Hey guys, I'm Stan and today I'm going to show you how to install our new premium DSG adapter for Volkswagens and Audis. So in the packaging, when you order it, you'll receive a parcel kind of like this. It'll have the adapter, an inner sleeve and a top clamp. It comes with an Allen key and a special type of cable tie, which I'll show you guys about in a little bit. Then also you have to order a knob. So for this one, let's see what it shows. So in here we've got Classy Boy. So this is what we're going to be fitting onto my Mark V R32. So the first step that you'll have to do is go and find yourself a little flathead screwdriver, something like this or like this, just to pop some clips off. First step, this is very similar to the standard DSG adapter video, but basically you've got to remove the trim, pop it up like this, and you can see down here there's this little retainer here. What you want to do is pop the screwdriver in behind this little black clip in here. There we go, that side's up. And there's another clip at the front. There we go. So what you want to see is this can move like that, nice and loose. And what you want to do is push this back down a little bit, and much like on the Mark VI, you want to pull this front tab out as far as you can. That'll release the tab at the top. Give it a wiggle, give it a pull, and it'll come right out. And then don't forget about the connector under here. Same thing with that, be quite gentle because it is connected to a little PCB. Just give it a bit of a wiggle. Come out like that. Then what you're left with is this. So basically what you've got to do is remove this piece here, which should just pull off like that. And then this piece, you can see from factory, they do glue it on. So I won't do this on camera, but what you've got to do is go to a bench, go to a vise or something like that, and be careful with the screwdriver. You don't want to stab yourself, but you want to pop it under there, pop this black clip off here, and then what that will allow you to do is separate this knob from the boot. So as you can see, I've separated the knob from the boot. I've had to cannibalize this little clip here where it was glued in. If you spend your time, you might be able to remove it without destroying that clip, but I'm not going to be putting this knob back on, so get it out the back. So now let's install the new adapter. So open up your bag. Got the special cable tie. You can see it goes around and tightens up like that, so there's no tail sticking out at a right angle like that. It goes around nice and smooth. The idea with that is when you cable tie this on, it doesn't stick out, so it stays around here nice. And we've got a little Allen key. It's the right size for the grub screws on this one. So in here you've got three pieces. You've got your upper, which is what the knob attaches to, the inner, which clamps down onto the shaft here, and you've got this little top hat piece. Now this is the last piece that you put on, but that gets threaded through the hole there, and that's what allows that action to happen. So firstly, install it onto the boot. So what you want to do is have the boot inside out like this, shove this all the way through, so it's at the base like that. Don't worry too much about orientation at this stage, we'll fix that later. So then you want to get your cable tie, that, thread it around there, and just make sure it's nice and in that groove there, groove on the base of the inner sleeve. Tighten it up, doesn't have to be super duper tight, but just tight enough, because we'll probably want to rotate it at a later date anyway to get the logo straight. Then what you can do, pull it back through. Go like that. Pop that clip back in there. What you can do is plug your connector back in, slide this over, and then make sure that the shaft goes through this hole. There we go. Okay, so we've got that down like that. Push it down till it bottoms out. So you should be able to see, I don't know if you can see here, but you've got that slot there that lifts up. So that has to be visible through there, otherwise it's not all the way down. And then what you do, tighten up the side grub screws. You should feel them snug up nice and easily. Don't over tighten them, but just for now, that's good. Cool, so you should have that action going on. Quite satisfying. What you want to do is grab your little top hat piece, undo the screw in the top till it looks something like that, where the screws are pretty much all the way out. And what you want to do is slide it over, thread it back through the eyelet. You can see here the screw's not sticking out either end. It's nice and centered, so that means we won't have any issues when we put the knob on top. Now, as you can see, when we pull up, it lifts that center plastic shaft. And so that's pretty much the install of the adapter. So the next step is fitting your knob and getting the alignment right. This is dead easy. Drop your knob on. So you can see here our logo's a bit crooked. I'd say that's 45 degrees more, it needs to go clockwise. So what I'll then do is I'll unscrew the knob, loosen this Allen key here and the one on the other side. And then what I'll do is I'll rotate this 45 degrees to get it nice and straight, and I'll tighten it back up. Alright, so now that that's done, screw it back on and see how close you got.
Oh fucking man!
Look at that. So nice and straight, bottomed out, and then once you're happy with that, screw it back off one more time. And just with these two grub screws, just give them a good tighten with this. Obviously don't over tighten them, but you want to make sure that they're decently tight. Put it back on, and you can give it a little bit of a tweak. Don't over tighten it, but all good. Now let's see how it works. Start your car up. Alright, so to operate, dead simple, exactly the same as the basic one, but lift up to go into different gears. You've got drive, neutral, sport. You can just bang through and then lift up to go back. The main difference between this one and the standard one is there's no rotation. The standard one just attaches to the plastic shaft, whereas this premium one, it's kind of constrained in all directions, so it's much more direct feeling, you know, much more mechanical. So
It's premium, buy it.
It's premium, yeah. You know, if you like your cars, if you like your Volkswagens and your Audis, there's well, we didn't really find any better solutions for anywhere near what we're offering this at. So yeah, hope you like it.
Invest!
Like and subscribe.
Number one!
Quite satisfying. Quite satisfying.
Number one!